And we're back, and I'm unmuted, finally. Okay, there we go. So, the first match that we're going to have up for today is going to be Woody versus Jjjosie, and this is a really interesting battle. We were talking about this a bit before we started. We have basically Woody, who has been with us from the start, has been doing a lot of content for the game, and has been, I think, like finding out most of the techniques that we know about today. Like, he was kind of the propagator of a lot of these things, which was really cool to see. Maybe he didn't find them, but at least he was showing them to the rest of the community, right? And Jjjosie, who has been on a tear for like quite some time now, the last few months, even in the in-game event that we had not too long ago, where you had, what was it, a weekend to, if you lose 5 games, you're out. And you could kind of tell that Jjjosie had some sort of dominance, where they won 120 games and the second place finisher won 40 games. And that was pretty crazy to see. But we're going to take a look at these players, and we're going to start with Jjjosie. And I love this. This is so much fun. We reached out to Jjjosie to like find out about more about them. So Jjjosie is coming into this with the first seed into the tournament, which is, I think we kind of expected Jjjosie to be here in the upper bracket, right? What do you say, Cruxer?
Oh, I definitely agree. I mean, the way that he plays, it looks effortless, and at the same time, it seems like it's impossible to hit him while he's just dealing massive amounts of damage to you. He's one of the best.
Yeah, and I mean, I also love besides the quote, I'm not gonna read it out, but it's there is a lot to read into in this quote from them. And I got the question, did I write this? No, this is from them. This is definitely from them. One of them is also like the play style, the calculated, controlled, and curvy, and I do believe that there's referring to the ellipse weapons that they really like to use, which you also can see in the favorite weapons here. I guess, was this the weapons that you anticipated, Oakfire, when you see this kind of slide here, the Frostbite, Hammer Ellipse, and the Viper Ellipse as Jjjosie's favorite weapons?
Definitely the Hammer and the Viper, but maybe not the Frostbite. I didn't know it was top 3 for Jjjosie.
It is kind of funny if you're new to Blaston that the Frostbite or the Snowball is one of the quickest weapons in the game that got introduced around like a winter holiday kind of Christmassy thing, and it's become a staple in the community where most players actually use this seriously. But if you're new to Blaston, that will look very funny to you. But we're also going to take a look at the opponent, which is Woody. Now Woody again is coming in with the 3rd seed, so is lower in that regard. But when you look at the age, there's also an age difference there, which is pretty cool to see in this when you think about Blaston as a physical game. But I think this kind of encapsulates Woody's personality. What did you say, Oakfire?
Yeah, I think so, and I love that with Woody. He really wants to bring a lot of joy into playing. Like he said, that play for fun, win for fun. So yeah, he's having a lot of fun playing and trying to spread that vibe throughout the community. So yeah.
And for the favorite weapons, we instead see the Avalanche Nade instead of the Hammer Lips there. So Avalanche Nade is one where you have the pellets coming out from the nade, and then obviously later on it will create these cages. What do you feel about this? I think we mentioned something earlier about Woody and like maybe having some difficulties with the Hammer Ellipse, Oakfire?
Not only if you compare to Jjjosie. So
that is a different one.
And he's the best in the world. So I mean, Woody is great with the Hammer Ellipse as well. But the Viper is no surprise. The Avalanche Nade, I think, is fairly new in his loadout, at least to what I've seen. And he's used the Frostbite for a long time.
Yes, it is very interesting to see this kind of people also developing their own, I guess, style to kind of get more, I guess, adapting to the meta. Because if someone else in the top level kind of finds out a new weapon that they're supposed to use, that then you have to change your stuff as well. And I do believe that we have a lot of new viewers joining in us for this tournament now. Welcome to everyone tuning in. You're just about to see the first game going into the VR Summer Games 2021. and we will be looking at the getting into the lobby very soon. But before we do that, I want some predictions. So I'm gonna leave it to the casters. Cruxer, what is your prediction for this game? It's a best out of 5. Who will take it and with how much?
Oh, with how much? Now that adds another layer of difficulty. I think, I hate to say it, I do think Jjjosie will probably take the match. If Woody comes out with something very creative, if he comes out being ingenuitous with his loadout or the way that he's playing, he could stand a chance. But the way that Jjjosie plays is so hard to counter, so hard to deal with. It's really just an all-inclusive strategy that he has. It's very hard to beat.
And what do you say, Oakfire?
Yeah, definitely the prediction goes towards Jjjosie, like Cruxer says. And I think, yeah, I'm really curious. And actually, I will be surprised if Woody wins any of the games.
Oh, well.
But I hope he will, because I want to see an even fight.
Yeah,
and I mean Woody, I love you. So if you watch this, thank you for all you've done.
Yeah, I think we all want to see a close game, but we are about to head into the first game, so I'll leave it to Cruxer and Oakfire to take this one away. We're gonna start things off with a best of 5 in the upper bracket, and we'll get the lobby sorted as soon as possible. So take it away, Cruxer and Oakfire.
Yeah, like Oakfire was saying, I hope we see some even games. And for those of you who may not know, it truly hurts to vote against Woody because he's probably the one who's done the most for the community, being extremely active in the Discord. And I believe he was the first, or at least the most popular YouTube channel in the beginning to spread knowledge and information so that more people can make it to the top ranks and understand the game.
Yeah, but I definitely think Woody can win this game. I'm just curious, like, he has to be really innovative with the loadout and the style, I think. So a very aggressive playstyle may be able to touch Jjjosie.
Yes.
Because last time I saw them play, Woody had double shield, and even though he's really good with the double shield, it wasn't enough to be able to handle the bullet hell from Jjjosie.
Now, I know for a little bit of time, towards the end of when I was playing very frequently, Robo President came out with a triple shield build. Do you think that's going to be effective at all versus what Jjjosie's bringing to the table?
No, I don't think so, because that's going to leave Woody with too little offense. So
yeah, too few guns.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to touch Jjjosie, because on the other hand, he needs defense towards the bullet hell from Jjjosie. But to be able to deal damage on Jjjosie, you really need some serious surprise or a lot of stuff at the same time. So
that's very true. And also for those of you out there who do not know, Jjjosie, the main reason it's so hard to go against him is he uses a weapon called the Hammer Ellipse. It is a shotgun weapon. And as you swing your arm when you shoot the gun, it will spread the bullets out and then they will curve. So the way that he uses it is we commonly refer to it as a clamp formation. One will come over the top and then 2 shots, one from either side. They all coincide on your platform at the same time, making it nearly impossible to get out without taking at least a little bit of damage. But most of the time, you will be taking a lot of damage. On the flip side, Woody will be using, well, possibly double shield, as he typically does. In that case, one shield has a 2-second cooldown, the other one has a 4-second cooldown. And if you start pulling them out of the sides at bad timings, then you can mess up your cooldown rotation rate, and then he could leave himself very open to Jjosie's attacks.
Definitely.
Are there any specific tactics you think Woody might be able to take to combat Jjjosie?
Well, like I've said, I think it would be interesting to see if he brings a super offensive playstyle to be able to deal enough damage to Jjjosie before Jjjosie can kind of burn down the health of Woody, because Jjosie's really consistent at getting hits. So you have to be faster than Jjjosie. So maybe he could bring, I mean, the tether the tether way is a way to deal a lot of damage in a very short time span. So that could be something Woody brings. I mean, I haven't seen Woody use the tether, but
Yes. And again, those of you who do not play the game, you'll be hearing us say a lot of terminology, things you may not know. The tether is a weapon that does not move. And so while you are holding it with one hand, then the gun in your other hand, the bullets will travel significantly faster out of the gun, giving your opponent a lot less time to dodge the bullets. And it also, in one way, decreases your amount of offensive power, where it's normally good to shoot two guns at the same time. But whenever you are shooting, say, a Wildcat, which is a small submachine gun weapon, the bullets go so fast, it gets incredibly hard to dodge, especially if they are trying to predict your dodges. And you can get a lot of damage in that.
yeah, I'm super curious. What is Woody bringing to the table to be able to surprise Jjjosie? Because Jjosie's so like we saw on this profile card, he's so controlled and calculating, and
Yeah.
he's been playing so much, so he knows how to handle most situations.
Hmm. I would love to see. I don't know. Do you think? I don't think it would be possible, but it would be very fun to see if Woody pulls out some lance strategies. There are also lasers you can set across the other opponent's platform, and so then they will.
I'd be surprised to see lances in this game actually, because they're both really good at dodging that.
Yeah,
And yeah, they're for the best players, they're a little bit too easy to counter.
that is true. Unless you go a little too all in on the lances. If you got the lance nade and then both of the two different lance guns, it can be oppressive. But then you're wasting so much of your cooldown.
Yeah.
Allotment.
You need to have super strong counters, and if you do have a counter on that kind of build, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
It looks like we are getting ready to go here.
yeah. I think we're gonna start with just a test round.
Yeah, they're going to be making sure that there's no lag in the server. Sometimes you can get in a server with somebody, even who you play against frequently, there's slight amount of lag, so then you would want to reset. Here we go. Everything looks clear.
Okay, so Wood is bringing the Majestic Nade. That's a little bit of a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, both of them have the Majestic Nade. That's interesting. And only one shield with Jjjosie.
I can say that.
Oh, like I said, there is Woody brings no shield, so he's going on the really offensive strategy here.
Yeah, that's going
super
to be
exciting. That was one of my theories. Like, how can he deal a lot of damage in a short time?
This is going to be very fun to watch. Also, I can see with Jjjosie bringing the Majestic Nade, which will set a somewhat large cage on the opponent's platform, it'll be very hard to deal with that and the hammer at the same time. But here we go. Let's see, we're going to have Jjjosie starting out. Oh, sitting there. Is this another test round, I suppose?
It looks like it, yeah.
Yes, it would be. Ah.
Yeah.
All right, doing a couple dance moves.
Okay, now I think they're good to go.
They'll have to reset this game, right?
Woody's just gonna
Woody's
buzz himself.
Also, for those who don't know, like so many other things, if you are to leave the boundaries of your podium, you will start taking massive amounts of damage. Okay, is this the real deal? All right, we have Woody starting out or Jjjosie starting out, throwing hurricane shots up in the air. They're going to lob over. You can also see Jjjosie starting with his clamp formation on the hammer ellipse. Woody using one of his favorite guns, the Viper ellipse, which is a sniper that can also curve bullets. Then we have the Vector being shot towards the ceiling so it can get an off angle on Woody. Woody with a slight health advantage at the moment. Seems to be chipping away at Jjjosie's health here.
See both of them using the Majestic Nade.
It is. Also, Woody hitting a snowball.
Great hit by Woody. It's really hard to hit Jjjosie with the frostbite.
Yeah, I would say it's very uncommon in these high-ranked matches to see a single snowball land across a game. It's more of a zoning tool.
1 minute.
And here we go, both players doing well, taking it slow at the moment. Jjjosie setting up his combo again. You can see those two camera lips shots. I believe his first one went a little long here. Wudi putting on an amazing performance. Oh wow, Jjjosie taking a lot of damage, stepping into the Majestic Nade. Also for spectators here, each player has 100 health, so I know you see those damage numbers that will help put it into perspective how important each one of these hits is. The snowball, you can't see it, it deals 15 damage. Here we go. Coming up to the end of the round, I wonder if we're going to have a timeout here or if either player is going to get full kill on it. Looks like probably a timeout. 5 seconds left to go. Wudi starting the match out very strong.
Amazing start by Wudi.
Amazing, that's true. I don't believe we saw a single Viper shot land, but
No,
we can
and
tell that Joe.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not common in this level, but the amount of snowballs they hit is very uncommon.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
nice
actually
drop
think we
block.
just saw Jjjosie drop block the snowball with his hammer lips.
Okay, so now Jjjosie has learned Wudi's strategy probably, so he might have a harder time. And he also noticed that there's no shoot shield for Wudi.
Yeah. And so Wudi is relying completely on his ability to dodge around and manipulate his character's hitbox to avoid the majority of the pellets going onto his platform. Jjjosie starting out with a very strong second round here with quite the health lead on Wudi. In higher level matches, you can never be sure. Even a small health lead in the beginning can last for the entirety of the game. So we've got
I think
grenades.
Wudi has to push really hard now if he's gonna be able to take this round.
1 minute.
Yes. And he looked like he was having a bit of a controller problem there, not being able to throw the gun. Dropping it, picking it up multiple times. We have the Majestic Nade coming in. That's a very good Majestic Nade landing near the middle of Jjosie's platform. Wudi might be able to capitalize, but now it's gone away. Yeah. Jjjosie coming out with very aggressive use of the Wildcat and the Hurricane. Oh, Jjjosie taking some Hurricane shots, each dealing 10 damage. Wudi accidentally steps out of bounds.
Oh no, did he fall?
He may have, so... Also, I know spectators are seeing just a couple avatars moving around on podiums here. Those podiums are maybe near 4 feet wide, 4.5 feet wide, and you can get very physical in this game. It's not difficult to fall over, not difficult to potentially even hurt yourself if you're not careful. But of course, we probably will not see any real injuries with these two players as they are so experienced. It seems we're getting a bit of lag on Wudi's end. Alright, a more even start to this round. Hopefully Wudi will be able to keep it that way, as Jjjosie seems to have adapted very quickly in the previous round. Got Wildcat bullets going in. Okay, here we go. I think the majority of the damage here in the last few seconds has just been thrown weapons.
Yeah.
1 minute.
So another thing you'll see the players doing is the grenades, when they pop, they will always aim towards where your player is standing at that moment. So you can position yourself strategically in a place where you know you are not going to be standing in the next couple seconds to have the grenade aim somewhat incorrectly. So that'll be significantly less effective here. Alright, Wudi having taken a significant health deficit over Jjjosie here. It's going to have to come up with something.
He's not been able to dodge all the hammer shots of Jjjosie.
Also, we haven't seen any snowballs land this round. Oh, we did just see a Viper E shot hit. Wudi has a chance.
Great Viper by Wudi.
10 seconds.
Now, where Jjjosie is arguably the best Hammer E player Wudi may be one of the best Viper unit players.
Oh, Jjose's taking him.
Nope. That was a very close round, but Jjjosie takes game 1.
Let's see if they're gonna keep the load. Now they're gonna do a change of loadouts.
All right. I wonder. So I would assume it's going to be Wudi that's changing his loadout. Obviously,
Sure.
Yeah.
He's not gonna survive without the shield, I think. It's a bit too risky when Jjjosie knows that Wudi doesn't carry a shield. So it's a big risk to go shieldless. But we saw that in the game with the Turbo and Robo President, and Turbo actually managed to get a game shieldless against the Shield Master. So it's possible. So I think it was a creative idea by Wudi.
I'm definitely glad that he tried it. It was fun to watch. It was exciting. Nice, good game. Very close, actually, in that last round. I didn't expect to see a Viper hit that this early in the games here. But it's best of 5.
I played Jjjosie. I never landed a Viper on him, so it's a great feat.
It'll be interesting to see what Wudi comes back with. I wonder if he's going to come back with a single shield to keep a lot of that offensive pressure, or if he is going to swap back to his more comfortable double shield loadout. Which do you think would work better?
Yeah, either a small adjustment like that, or maybe he's gonna I think he could take a big risk and do something more radical. But I really don't know.
It is.
I don't know. I think they're getting ready. I think the loadout changes has been made.
Seems we're waiting here for the lobby to be put together. But as we are waiting, I think some of the best plays now. Jjjosie, his skill is in his consistency, and he very consistently, almost perfectly performs his combo, which is just one of the strongest combos in the game. Now, we did see some very surprising feats from Wudi, as we said during the match. It's highly uncommon to see snowballs landing at this high of a level. Snowballs or Viper lip shots landing at this high of a level. And in the first round, Wudi landed 2 or 3, and then he hit the Viper lip shot.
He was overwhelming Jjjosie a bit and maybe surprising him with this offensive strategy of using no shield at all. So I think I was impressed to see Wudi putting all this pressure on Jjjosie, and I think that may be the only way you can really, he's so consistent, but you want to stop this consistency so that you get some, holes to get through in bullet hell. So let's see if we're gonna do a test round or not.
Yeah, it looks like we're doing another lag test here.
Okay, let's look at what they changed. Okay, Wudi is going with a lance nade this time, and he's...
Okay. So did he pick up the lance nade and no shield?
Yeah, still no shield, and Jjjosie goes double shield.
3, 2, 1.
Double shield vector hammer
nade.
Okay. This is going to be very interesting. That lance nade might be the pressure Wudi needs to corral Jjjosie into either hitting more of his pellets or absent-mindedly stepping into the laser.
Okay, this will be interesting. Let's see if Wudi can put enough pressure on Jjjosie.
Yep. Oh, doing a second lag test.
Okay.
Okay, just a little bullet test here. Alright, it seems everything is good to go. And as you can see, just a moment of standing outside of the bounds will deal 50 damage to you, meaning you will lose half of your health in a moment. It is quite unforgiving to step out of the boundary of the platform. Now that is only your head, by the way. You can manipulate, get your torso out of the platform, but if your head leaves the boundary, then you'll take the damage.
Game starting.
Yep, here we go. Starting out with the Hurricane Volley from Wudi, and we'll see the placement on this lance nade right from the side, like I was talking about earlier. Jjjosie feeling the pressure, starting to take a couple pellets.
Oh, he got trapped.
Yep.
Nice damage on Jjjosie.
Alright, Wudi holding on to Jjosie's shield to kind of slow down the cooldown there. Oh, but Wudi taking a lot of damage here.
That Viper by Jjjosie was amazing.
Big lag here in the spectator client. Oh my.
Might be okay for the players.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to have to see here, is Woody going to be able to come back from this? He's already in the red. He just took massive amounts of damage in that one combo from Jjjosie. That was an insanely close Viper shot. Alright, we'll see. It didn't look like Woody had too many guns to set up the combo with his Lance Nade there. Also, Jjjosie holding onto a shield, ready for anything at the moment. And then Woody psychs him out with a fake snowball throw.
Woody dodged this really well.
Yep. Jjjosie trying to 360 in the middle of a tournament. The man, the myth, the legend. Alright, here we go. Throwing the shield to try to blind his opponent while he shoots with his Viper E. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Woody has a lot of ground to make up here if this combo doesn't end it, and it did.
It did.
Oh man, I cannot believe Jjjosie went for the 360 in the middle of the tournament. Woody's got to be feeling that one. Here we go, shield up to block the Hurricane. Jjjosie somewhat trapped on the side there, but Woody's gonna let him escape it. Woody doing a much better job of blocking, or of dodging that particular volley. So now we can see the Lance Nade is serving almost a double purpose. If it goes off, then he is getting a lot of podium control over Jjjosie, but Jjjosie is opting to throw his shield at it and waste the shield over having the nade go off.
Yeah.
Here we go. Can Woody dodge all of these pellets? He only gets hit by one hammer E-shot. I think that's very impressive.
Really well done without the shield to be able to dodge those attacks by Jjjosie.
Yes, and then we have vector shots coming in from above. Woody is going to take a couple hits from those. It looks like Jjjosie was unable to block that nade. Here we go. Jjjosie returning with some very fast shots with the Viper E. A favorite weapon of both players in the match. But Woody doing a good job keeping up the pressure. Jjjosie not able to dodge all the pellets. And finally a good Lance Nade from Woody. The last one went a little wide and a snowball shot.
That was so much damage. Woody just needs to land a Viper now.
Yep, a Viper, another snowball could possibly do it. Could put him in the running. He's got 20 seconds left. He's waiting on cooldowns. Starting out with a Hurricane setup is going to be very good for him. This could get ugly here. And Woody takes a lot of damage. The Lance Nade not landing optimally. The Hurricane's coming in. 5 seconds left. Woody is trying his best to claw his way back up from these health deficits, but Jjosie's combos are so strong, and he's changing his loadout again.
Yeah.
Very
Oh my god, I can feel it. I can really see Woody's body movement there. He's like, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah, it's a conundrum. I've faced Jjjosie many times myself, and honestly, it's so overwhelming when you see close to probably 100 pellets coming towards your platform, and your brain just has no idea what to do. It just kind of turns off. I'm sure Woody's not having that particular problem, as he's much better than me, but it's...
Yeah, but still, it's so hard to dodge the pellets by Jjjosie, like we can see in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy to see that Woody is trying a no shield versus Jjjosie, because I think he never expected that. Because when you face Jjjosie, you want a shield. Because otherwise, there's no way out.
Mm-hmm. So thinking he may pick up at least one shield, or at least he probably should pick up at least one shield, which weapon from his loadout do you think he should swap out for the shield?
Oh, maybe he would switch out the Raptor, because I think now he uses the Raptor to kind of bait Jjjosie's shield, and maybe also he uses the Raptor a little bit as defense to shoot out the other pellets.
Yeah,
because it's only 2-second cooldown.
So if he swaps that with a 2-second shield, it's not going to mess up his overall loadout cooldown?
Yeah.
So
but I'm expecting more radical changes now, because he needs to win this game.
That is very true. All right, here we go. Most likely going to start with another lag test.
3,
Yeah, we can sneak peek at the loadouts.
See,
The avalanche.
we're not
snake
seeing
attack.
anything different yet. Oh, we didn't get to see the 6th weapon. So everything was the same, except the grenade might be a shield now.
Avalanche name change from Woody. And
What
we
was
have the
that?
tether on Jjjosie, which is a big change.
Oh, that is going to be very, very interesting.
Jjjosie's
don't-
really good with the tether also.
Is he? I've never seen him use it.
And no shield, I mean, it's gonna be a tough one for Woody.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Blast on.
This. Okay, I believe we're actually going here. Jjjosie already starting out using the tether and the Viper E, making a very good gun already, even that much harder to dodge. Jjjosie taking the first bit of damage. I believe he got tapped by a hurricane,
Not a very
Yep.
successful first.
but he has his standard combo coming out here. Woody not able to avoid everything. He steps out of bounds and gets hit by a Viper shot. Woody is going to have to do something amazing to pull this back. That is quite the blunder here. And now taking even more pellets. I hate to say this first round might be a redo. Woody may even already be thinking just conserving his stamina here, not tiring himself out for this round, saving it for the next. But it doesn't seem like it. He's going for it. You gotta commend him there, not giving up. Those vector shots are going to be hard to keep track of, bouncing behind, but he seems to dodge all of them.
Just really using the best counter to a no shield
Yes.
load.
I mean,
oh my god,
having no shields versus tether is
it's a pain.
it is a pain. I would say there needs to be a skill difference in your favor to have a chance in that. All right.
Okay, Woody, show us a magic.
Yeah. Jjjosie here, waiting for cooldowns, letting Woody waste, or I wouldn't say waste, letting Woody go through a few of his weapons. All right, and Jjjosie reaching up to return the avalanche nade. Oh gosh, the amount of pellets on Woody's platform is insane here. That ellipse shot going so close.
Oh, that was still not bad by Woody. Pretty even in health.
Also, those of you spectating may hear a chain sound when Jjjosie breaks the tether. You can't get too far away from it, otherwise it will break, and I believe that deals 5 damage to you. Ooh. Jjjosie trapped there, in between the hurricane shots, had no choice other than to take the snowball, or possibly risk taking multiple hurricane bullets from above. I will say, I really enjoy watching the Viper Ellipse duels going on here. Alright, Woody taking a lot of damage here again.
Oh,
Jjosie's
that was
combos
tough.
being very impressive. Oh, I will say though, it is still definitely possible for Woody. Any Viper E shot will basically secure the game. Well, it probably wouldn't. Now it would. A Viper E shot would secure the game for either player.
Oh, so close.
Oh,
Will we see comeback or will we? Oh, getting closer.
oh I
And Woody do
really
it.
thought he made it out of that combo. That would have
couldn't
been
do it.
so impressive. And Jjjosie takes the entire game. Correct?
And Jjjosie wins.
Yep, Jjjosie will advance. Amazing.
Ooh, oh my god.
That was something else. That was. Oh,
Yeah, I'm impressed by Woody's
ingenuity.
play style here, and really wanted, like, he really did his best to be able to budge Jjjosie.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell even in that first round when he was put down to maybe 5 or 6 health in the first few seconds, he was trying to up his chances going ahead and using all of his energy to continue to try to dodge at that top level just to not give an inch, because he needed to take the whole game and he knew it. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, Jjjosie is so oppressive.
Yeah, and you know, it's so physically demanding to dodge like Woody was doing there. When you don't have any shield, you really have to move your body so much. And even though Woody is really well trained, I mean, you will get tired in this kind of game.
That's very true.
So that's something I love about these kind of VR games, that you have to take your physical stamina into account when you play.
Now, I would be willing to bet you're in a bit better shape than I am, but I feel whenever I get on to play, I can play for like max 2 hours, and then I will be completely gassed out, and I have to stop. Just get it's
when I play too much. I mean, yeah, I think both of them are sweating a lot, especially
sure.
Woody, because I played with no shields, and it really makes you move.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a good workout, perfect.
No shields, just run it. You're gonna be dancing all over your room. If you have small animals, cats, you gotta lock them out. You don't want to step on. Oh man, it's
So I think we're gonna be joined by Defur
Defur
again.